God, it's so beautiful outside.
The 29th Voyage. I slid into the States like a silverfish through molasses, crackling atmosphere, clearance denied. But what is clearance when the whole planet's locked in a filing cabinet dream? They told me to register, so I stood in line 17A at the Department of Existential verification. Forms dripped from the ceiling like algae. One for my species, one for my sneeze, one to confirm the last form was filed with a Form Filling Authorization Code from someone named Linda who never existed, but her signature was real. Washington buzzed like a fax machine in purgatory. Men in gray ties spoke with acronyms. The F.B.C needs you to submit to the A92Q or else the S.D.S will revoke your T.E.D clearance, unless of course the P.A.T.R.I.O.T Act deems your molecular signature non-aligned with prevailing thermodynamic freedoms. I smoked a digital cigarette and filed a protest with my thoughts. 3 weeks later, they approved it, retroactively. Welcome, a hologram grinned, to the land of the fee. I sat in a diner in Des Moines, next to a man decoding a parking ticket in dead languages. He wept with joy when he found the hidden fee schedule behind the ink. They'd built a space force, but it couldn't fly because the rocket fuel was under review by 17 ethics committees and an ad hoc task force on flammable gender equity. Even the stars were on hold. NASA had outsourced them to a startup in Boise, run by an algorithm named Chad. I tried to leave, submitted Form Z Infinity to vacate the premises of reality itself, but it was under consideration. I wept in binary. I danced in triplicate and meditated on the highway divider while drones filed reports on my chakra alignment. So here I float, somewhere between Route 66 and Galactic Sector 9, my soul stamped, my aura taxed, my heart pending approval.
Showered, my shift is over, and I guess in the morning we're going to Idaho. Good morning! Issue with the tire. You look down here. And get that serviced. And the lady said wait 4 hours. So we're kind of stuck here for a while. So in this particular TA in Idaho, we actually have experienced a bit of racism. When the passenger window was down, the two mechanics were hanging out, kind of looking through tools below the passenger window, and one of them said, "What smells like sunscreen?" And the other one went, "What?" And he goes, "What smells like sunscreen?" And at first I didn't think about anything, Then I realized my coworker heated up his food earlier, which was curry, and this guy started saying, oh, like my white family, we eat this for dinner every time. It reminds me of home. Yeah.
Man, I was so out of it last night. I was so tired that after my shift, I just lights off. 20 degrees, and the sad part is, by the time we get back tomorrow to Ontario, it's gonna be snowing. These beautiful skies right here. Going through Idaho, I noticed the trees were turning green. Like, they're very light green and they're just blooming, but I'm like, yes, we're so close to spring. I gave away everything I had. So basically, we arrived back home and it's snowing outside, and I hung out with a little bit with my friend, and now I'm back home. Well, I got a chance to edit some of my videos just now, and like I said yesterday, I was seeing a lot of people, so I couldn't really film. I don't want to film people that don't want to be on my vlogs. And so I'm editing now, but I am heading out because my car needs a little bit of a fixing. Family members who were born on the same week, you gotta give 3 gifts all at once. I'm gonna tell you how traffic in Toronto is ruining my life. Because of the traffic here in Toronto, I have no time for my OG family. No time. I just dropped off their gifts because of their birthdays, and I jetted off because I'm gonna be sitting in traffic for the next 2 hours because I gotta get to my actual family. And then yesterday I had little time, but I was able to help out my contractual family. So I have 3 families and I have no time for any of them. And my friends, forget about it. If I can't find time for the 3 of my families, I have just 5 minutes here and there. How the hell am I supposed to hang out with my friends if not only online gaming, right? Or Discord or something. That's how Toronto's ruining my life, because instead of spending my time with any of my families and my friends, I'm here sitting for 3 hours. Some guy in the minivan just flipped me off, and then he was actually like being chased by 2 other pickup trucks. I don't know what that's all about, but I was just following behind another SUV, keeping my safe distance. And out of the blue, this guy runs up from behind me, goes in front of me, and takes out his middle finger. And this guy, he looks like he's middle-aged. Looks like a middle-aged guy, like 50s, 60s maybe. And he's just waving it like out of the window. And I'm like looking at it, I'm like, first of all, is he waving at me, or is he waving those pickup trucks that are catching up to him? Is waving at the guy in front of me because I'm keeping up the speed with the guy in front of me? Or is he just some angry, crazy dude? I don't know. But this is the type of shit you get on the QEW, especially. Just some random middle-aged guy who's waving his middle finger at everyone. That's pretty much QEW. That should be the logo. If QEW had a logo, it would be a middle-aged guy in a minivan with his middle finger out the window. Just having some coffee, some soup, whatever's left over from last week actually. I'm hoping that when my shift comes, because I've been sleeping all morning and now it's the afternoon, I'm hoping when my shift comes I get to stop at a Walmart, stock up for the rest of the week. One of the things I want to check out, I don't know if I'll keep this, but is this ranch sauce. I went to Popeyes the other day. I got some like barbecue, 6 pieces of chicken, and it came with, the guy threw in this particular ranch. I never saw it before. It's called buttermilk ranch dressing. It tastes like pancakes. It was so good. Maybe just the combination of the barbecue makes that taste, but it was